Welcome, everyone. Today's revelation illuminates how nature, through the embodiment of the female form, cosmically tests men in their ability to overcome their lustful animal tendencies residing in the lower chakras of the body. Women, in their cosmic role, are gatekeepers to ascension. First, it's important to set the foundation for this occult knowledge to be understood. So let's get started. Women and men's natural embodiment. Women are yin energy, receptive, lunar, and dark. This is reflected as the sexual entrance being a hole of internal darkness, which one penetrates into. This is why so many men are also terrified of women. Men are yang energy, solar, projecting outward. This is reflected in the sexual organ pointing outward, exposed to the sunlight. Yang is sun, yin is moon. Understanding this, yin and yang energy, when in harmony, have the ability to purify and fortify each other through their unique energetic activations in sacred spiritual union. This is what real relationships are all about. Not lustful, superficial, in and out, here one day, gone the next day, tender relationships, which is the degradation of what mass society lives in today. Women as embodiments of nature, the cosmic role. As vessels of nature, intuition, and Shakti, most women are guided by nature in knowing whom to respect, whom to reproduce with, and whom to avoid. Nature calls out the weak, as women do. Women require, consciously or unconsciously, that a man devotes himself entirely to spiritual evolution. An example of this is dignified women not permitting low-quality behaviors such as lying, cheating, deceit, and debauchery. Any woman who loves and respects herself will in time display punishing behaviors towards devolutionary actions, whether it be in the form of divorce, separation, or revenge. Women are always testing men, consciously or unconsciously, to gauge the quality of their beingness. This is how women refine a man's energy, thus fulfilling her cosmic role. The essence of the male path. The test and challenge most men face in this lifetime is to have complete control over their sexual energy, which aids in the ascension of the serpent Kundalini to rise past the lower chakras. Women, knowing they contain the power to pull on a man's sexual energy, manipulate and control it. As a side note, this is what many OnlyFans sex workers are after. They are feeding off of a man's sexual energy to feel powerful, in control, and obsessed over. OnlyFans, like pornography, drains men of their vitality, causing him to age and weaken. Women that can control men like puppets lose respect for them, eating the weak as sustenance, as nature does. This is where the term pussy whipped comes from. The first step in proving a man's virility is that when he pursues a female, it is with his own will rather than his sexual impulse. During courting, for women, only focus on men who initiates towards you first. If the woman positions herself in the initiating force, it flips the polarity and she becomes the solar force to a man's passivity. You want a man to not become totally consumed in your universe, but instead filling it rapidly and expanding it, then shows he is capable of performing his cosmic role. Men cannot learn to control their sexual energy without temptation. The test is to project his energy outward from his own willpower and never against his own will. This proves he is a worthy sexual consort. From here, he develops the ability to control and direct the forces of nature, Shakti energy itself. Current cultural approaches to men's sexual weakness. Muslim countries cover up women in order to avoid this very test of sexual control. Instead, they cover women entirely so as not to provoke sexual energy. Covered up women are shrouded in a man's inability to face his animal nature. It's sad and a devolved behavior for both genders, one as victim, the other nor victor. Because of this, a man's tolerance to sexual provocation is incredibly low, severely stagnating his ability to evolve his kundalini past his lower chakral energies. We can see this trend in Vedic fashion history. Before, women showed more skin and were more embracing of their beauty and allure. Now, in many cultures, it continues on a path of covering and muting the female body. I want to add that I do not encourage whorish behavior from women as a remedy, which in reality is not sexy at all, but desperate and cheap, lacking in grace, elegance, and dignity. Both the West and the East are expressing distorted and unconscious behaviors when it comes to sexual expression. One severely repressed, the other severely exposed. In the West, young men are socialized and programmed through movies and advertisements to become the very essence of their spiritual downfall. Living in debauchery and enslaved to their sexual impulses through pornography, multiple meaningless sexual encounters, and an inability to wholly satisfy a woman into spiritual bliss through his own fortitude. With this knowledge, the next time you feel your sexual, lustful energy being pulled without any self-control, wanting to project externally, see it as an invitation to evolve through developing willpower. This is the cosmic test. To quote Clair Nakti, the true gift that a woman can give to the world is to destroy that which is impure and to maintain goodness and harmony in the universe. For those of you who don't know who Clair Nakti is, she is a phenomenal researcher of Vedic astrology, diving deep into nakshatral archetypal energies. I absolutely love her form of teaching. She teaches through creating these videos that display characters in movies who are acting out these archetypal energies. Interestingly enough, 9 times out of 10, these characters themselves have these nakshatral energies. I've never seen anyone quite go as deep as she does, making so many occult connections through her research. I will leave a link below if you want to learn more about her and her work. And if you are a woman and want to learn about embodying Shakti energy and following the female Vedic path, definitely check out her female Vedic path course. If you're interested in learning more about content like this, I will leave my Women's Vedic Gnosis video for you, as well as my Aligning with Divinity and Vedic playlist. May you all continue to focus on your evolution through disciplined work. That is how we see results. Sending you all so much warmth and fractality. Until the next video.